It is somewhat of an irony that, being Air Force veterans and former aircraft mechanics, Lisa and I still hate to fly. But irony can be pretty ironic sometimes, so we must suck it up and confront our fears for this, our most excellent adventure. Our destination is Yellowstone National Park in Upper State, Wyoming. Established in 1872, Yellowstone is the world's first national park. It is the devout naturalist Mecca, and we find it quite amazing that as our nation moved westward after the Civil War, there was the presence of mind to preserve this natural wonderland. For the first time in our air travel experience, everything goes perfectly. We leave DFW on time, arrive in Jackson Hole Airport on time, and our luggage is among the first to come out of the chute. But our car rental company is not at the airport, so we must take a shuttle into Jackson Hole proper in order to acquire our transportation. What a pleasant surprise. Though quite modern in most respects, Jackson Hole, Wyoming has retained much of its Old West architecture and flavor. It's like being thrown back to the 1800s without the inconveniences. We'd like to stay, but it's on to Yellowstone. Along the way, however, we run into the first snag of our trip.
Okay, because of road construction, we're going to be forced to take a detour by the Grand Tetons. It's just horrible that these kind of things have to happen. I just can't believe that the Park Service would force us to view this kind of scenery, because of road construction. Can you? What is that?
I just love driving. I just drive.
What's that flying up there? Oh, it's a bug on the window.
Only one name I can think of. The most beautiful name in the world, Janny Lake. Hey, Grant, he's on head.
Hey, Mountain Head. I just can't believe they force people to take detours like this. It's just criminal.
What a horrible turn of events. But we soon get over it as we arrive at the southern entrance to our amazing destination. I guess they don't care.
Hey, Yellowstone Head.
Soon after we enter Yellowstone, our grand expectations are met, perhaps even exceeded. The glorious vistas and views of this pristine wilderness are beyond description. But as we venture deeper into the park, evidence of the devastating fire that swept through this national treasure in 1988 becomes more and more apparent. At one point, the destruction is so overwhelming that Lisa and I wonder if full recovery is even feasible. Yet underneath the ghostly pillars of the past, there is new life, and we are reminded that, given half a chance, Mother Nature will not only rebound, but flourish.
Well, basically, I can't figure out how that fire started. Smokey the Bear would be 150 years old if he saw what I was doing right
now. We arrive at Lake Lodge Cabins late in the afternoon. We have yet to see any significant wildlife, but this will soon change dramatically. After checking in at the lodge, we head to our primitive cabin, where an interesting turn of events is now taking place.
Oh, you crazy buffalo, ya!
Get out of there.
Look at that. Get off of there. That's our cabin. Come on now. Move on out.
The welcoming committee has been waiting for us, and though we are pleased to see them, it takes another hour or so before we can safely enter our humble abode. Once inside, Lisa and I are too excited to unpack. Our wild friends seem intent on hanging around for a bit, and we're all too pleased to oblige them. Perhaps they just want to make sure we're okay.
Get that nice buffalo scented rooms here in Yellowstone. That, and the natives are very friendly.
So far, our adventure has been perfect, and it's only the first day. Still, we can't help but wonder why the wild beasties picked our particular cabin for their impromptu gathering.
Well, that must be it. They have buffalo grass right outside our room. So the buffalo are eating the grass.
It is a common misconception that animals can be viewed in Yellowstone at every turn. Having a herd of buffalo at your doorstep, or even sighting wildlife along the road, is in fact a rarity. So we are glad that these magnificent creatures opted to pay us a visit, and yet we are somewhat relieved when they decide it's time to move on. We haven't eaten for a while, so we head down to the lodge for dinner. We've had enough for the day, so we decide to chill by taking in the view that immediately surrounds us. There is a definite spirituality here that slowly permeates the soul. And for the first time in a long time, we find our minds at ease and our spirits at rest. The day has been nothing short of wonderful, and right now there's no other place on earth we'd rather be.